This is another episode of our talk show where we invite people from the networking domain to share their experience, their journeys with us. Today we have Shwetank with us, so let's hear his journey. Hi Shwetank, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good too. So, without any delay, let's just start quickly and let's hear your profile, the description of how a network engineer's daily tasks and his routine is like. So, let's start from there.
Okay. First of all, let me tell you that currently I'm working as a cybersecurity engineer. I switched my profile last year, but however, I have some idea about the networking that because I guess I have worked in network for 6 years, so I do have a experience of that. Basically, I started my career as a monitoring engineering in the network. So it has a very basic work like we can say that monitoring the devices, raising ticket with ISPs or monitoring the interface of the devices. That was a very basic work we used to do. But gradually, I did my CCNA and CCNP in this profession, and I promoted to the level 2 engineer where I used to deal with the users as well. They used to log the ticket with us. If let's say they are connected to their Wi-Fi and their devices are not working, or there are any issues related to some particular protocols. Protocols, if you have heard of EI, GRP, and OSPF, all these are the networking protocols which we use here, and BGP. So we get tickets on that some of the devices are not reachable, and let's say if we are working with the ISP companies and the ISP raise ticket with us that they are not reachable to us or we are not reachable to them. So troubleshooting all those things, the DMVPN. So these were the very basic troubleshooting which I used to do in my network. And then I said that I did some security courses again and then switched to that profile.
Okay, thanks for describing that for us. Now, how would you say that your journey from a job seeker to finally a network engineer, and like how was it like? What was that journey like for you?
Okay, for that I would like to thank Nitin here because I did a course not from NG Networks. I did a course from some other institute, but I was not getting any help from those particular institutes, and I was like whether I did well or not, or I'm not getting any job. But by the time I had a contact of Nitin, and I met this guy, he helped me a lot in. He was very approachable basically, and he helped me a lot in getting my job as I was really new to the organization and I did not know how to start, where to start, and what kind of exposure I will get. So he helped me a lot. He taught me about the organization, what kind. Basically, uh, he, uh, he put me on that foundation stone from where I can start my journey. So I'm really thankful to him for that.
Thank you so much for the appreciation. And so, why exactly was it that you chose the networking domain? What were the reasons when you were deciding that you should go for this?
Okay. They were my seniors who were working in this particular network domain, and I wasn't aware of this. I did my engineering, and that was the time when recession hit the country, and all people were aware about the softwares that we did need to Java, C++, but I was not very fond of all those languages. Many of my seniors and relatives who have been working in well-renowned organization, they told me that CCNA is that course that is related to the hardware of the routers and switches. They told me what are routers, switches. So it's what a kind of interest I gained here, and I did some courses. So you can say that they promoted me, or they were the people who taught me, who told me that this is the particular field that you can choose. Because see, I was the first child in my family to be an engineer, so none of my family member had the background of engineer. So I have to reach out to the people and to my seniors, so they told me about all those things.
Okay. So just one last thing now,
Hmm.
that any advice or any suggestion that you would like to give to the people who are, just now planning for a career in the networking domain, or the job seekers, anything that you would like to convey to them.
Uh, from the last decade, I know Nitin, like from 8 or 9 years, and many of my friends have got job from your institute. So I was the one who recommended many of my friends to your institute. I guess 8 or 10 of my friends got job from your institute, and that's a very good number. And they are doing well in their life. Many of those, I have 2 or 3 friends who were working in different domain, but I help in getting to know what's network are and how can we can reach to the topmost position and what we are doing here. If you're not happy with your work, there are many people who are just working and they are getting paid, but they are not happy with their day-to-day tasks. So I was really happy with my work. So I explained them what I am doing, and they also gained some, interest here. And then Nitin contacted them, and they took some courses from your institute, and they are well settled now. And for the job seekers, I would say that networks are really good. These are the foundation steps and stones that you need to go through from your journey, and you should learn the basics of network. As there have been many instances that people directly switch to the security domain, or you get some sort of cyber security stuff, but they are not aware of the basic foundation system, which are networks, how the network is running. So my suggestions to those people are that you should know what are the basic of networks, and gradually and slowly you step forward and do well in your career. And there are many particular courses and certification that you can go on. But uh, the last I would like to say is you have to be well versed in your networks basic, what IPs are, what how we are connecting to the internet. So basic idea you have to be very sure what how TCP IP works. So you have to be well versed in your basic networks. Then you can switch on to any of the field which you want.
Okay. Thanks for sharing this wonderful advice, and I really hope that people will get a better clarity on choosing, this domain. So
So
thank you so much for sharing this and all your kind words.
thank
So
you.
all the very best for your future,